morning, beautiful people, and welcome to our 13th. Can you believe it's December 13th already? I can't believe it's December. I went to go write the date the other day and I wrote November because I was like, no, it's not December yet. Not December yet. I hope everyone is doing well and having a good week. I know here we are winding down and school break. We have 5 more days, so I'm very excited about that. I did order my 9-week control freak pack and it shipped within 24 hours, which I could not believe. I was like, what? I got an email notification thinking it was Shakeology that was shipping, but no. So apparently Beachbody has listened and is actually having things ready to go so they can ship it right away, which is awesome. So I wanted to start today's call a little bit different because I'm actually hosting the team call this week. And what I want to do on the team call is I want to take all of the thoughts that come into our mind when we go to send that message or make that post or whatever it is. And then the itty bitty bitchy committee comes on in our head and is like, oh, don't do that because so-and-so's going to think this, or don't do that because, oh, they're going to think it's too much money, or don't do that because. So I want you, this is where I'm going to ask for some active participation from you to share with me some of the thoughts that come into your head when you're talking about the business, when you're going to do a post, when you're going to do an invite, whatever it is that you can think of that just comes up. I want to make a list of them all. And then I'm going to do something with them on the team call on Wednesday. So this, I'm not taking much of your time in terms of like, we know 9-week control freak is launching. Customer launches the 21st, so it's just around the corner. Hopefully everyone is sharing. I did a really messy video yesterday and posted it everywhere. And the feedback that I'm getting from that is amazing. So people want to see us real. They want to see us raw. They want to see us like, of course they want to see us succeed because everyone's cheering me on because I finished 80 day and I never missed a workout, you know, so that's pretty freaking awesome that for 80-day obsession, I would manage from September until now to Monday through Saturday, get my workout in consistently every day. And I was talking to Clarissa this morning, so I did my measurements and my weigh-in and things, and I lost 6 pounds in total and 3 inches from when I started it. So, and obviously people were watching and cheering me on because the feedback I'm getting just from the messiness of the video is pretty remarkable. So it was terrible lighting. My makeup was like melted off my face because I was sweaty and crying, and that's the video that gets the most comments, right? So so don't worry about those airbrushed and filtered photos and videos because people obviously like the real and the raw. So so that's what I want you to do is I want you to share this morning. It doesn't have to happen all right this very second, but what are some of those thoughts that pop into your head when you're going to hit post or you're going to hit the send on an invite or things like that? What sort of things come up for you as you're going through that process? And go. And go. I know Max can answer this question, so she better unmute herself.
I was just going to say all of the above.
Yeah, but give me one specific, like, as you're going to do your post.
I can't even get to doing the post.
Because why?
Because I guess because I'm not very good at doing just regular engagement with people. So I feel like when I go to do it, I'm just like, it's coming from, I think I struggle with just even trying to create when I try to do banters back and forth with people, it just shuts down after one thing. And so when I feel like I want to go and like tell them about something, it just feels like, oh, I'm suddenly now only reaching out to you because I have something to sell you.
Okay, so the selling thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so feel like only reaching out because...
That's the only reason. Yeah.
Okay, that's a good one. Who else?
I think, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, for me, I think it's more about giving value. Like what more can I give someone to really be like, huh, wow, they make a good point. Let's talk kind of thing. And I seem to forget things here or there whenever I see another post and I'm like, oh, cool. But she spun it in her own way and trying to make it more like me.
So
Like,
is that more like a self-doubt, like, do I have value to give, or is it what more can I give?
I think it's both, like a little bit of both.
Okay.
But I think it's more of what more can I give, I guess.
Right. Okay.
And following up on what Ashley just said about value, I find that for me, filling the funnel of contacts. So Max, when you're saying you feel like you're just reaching out to somebody to sell them something, like right off the hop, well, we've just got a little group going for whoever's not in it. There's 62 people in it now. And we have given them a lot of value, and they're all, well, maybe half, less than half are coaches or customers right now. But we're even looking at the people that we have as coaches and customers on our team who are now understanding that we're not selling them something because those people are in it. Those people can be our biggest cheerleaders. If they don't want to do it as a business, that's fine, but maybe they can edify us. I know you could even ask them, hey, if you're enjoying this, maybe, I don't know how that would look, but we have a lot of happy people out there. And if they don't want to do it as a business, that's fine, but maybe they can sort of somehow, I don't know.
Like almost refer?
Oh yeah, pretty much, I guess refer. Yeah, exactly, Tamara. Refer us to their
maybe like
friend.
How to tactfully ask for referrals? Like,
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And sorry, what Ashley was saying too about bringing value. I think these small groups, and I know they're, well, this one hasn't been that much work because MJ and Max have really, like, we've all done it as a team. I've posted the workouts, they've posted food, I posted alcohol. Just because that's what I do. I really like the alcohol. Anyway, so
yeah.
And we've all been, and today at 10, we're going to do a workout together. And I think there's a fair number of people jumping on, and it's kind of nice, kind of fun community. I'm not exactly sure where to take it, but we are giving that value, as Ashley was talking about, building this little free community. And then I'm going to reach out to the people that are in it that are not in Beachbody and see if they want to do a series of 21s, as we're talking about, for 2021.
Do any of you, like MJ and Max, do you overthink the, like, okay, so I'm giving so much value in this free group, and now we have these people in the group with us, right? How do I then almost convert them to a customer? Right? Like, do you?
Yeah, I think that is definitely a challenge, is how to do the conversion.
Okay, so yeah, because I mean, I can even give you the, like, so I'm getting all of these messages from people about the video that I did yesterday, and are they customers? Oh, you've inspired me so much, and blah, and I'm like, so why the fuck haven't you joined me? You know, like, in my head, I'm like, that's what's going on. So how do I get from, like, I've inspired these people so much that they're sending me this message, to actually joining me, right? So okay, so how to, once provided the value.
One thing that I would highly recommend, instead of blasting it maybe on a, well, like Tamara, like those people that are reaching out to you and saying, you know, you've inspired me so much, then you private message them, I guess, and just say, are you open? That's another thing, saying open instead of interested. Just, if people, it's a hard thing for people to say, oh no, I'm closed.
Yeah.
So are you open to joining us in 2021? And if they say no or something, then maybe put them on the bottom of the list, because it just takes too much time and energy to try and convince somebody.
Well, and the other thing with that is, if they say no, then my first response would be like, no worries, I totally understand that sometimes it's timing. If you have anyone in mind that is interested in or needs to work on their health and fitness, I hope you'll keep me in mind, right? That's a great way of like, and then when you come back to the conversation, it doesn't feel so like weird, because you can just check in with them and be like, how are you doing? I know when we chatted last time, you weren't interested or open to it. The other thing is if you're going to ask someone, are you open to learning more? What's your next step? What are you sending them? How are they learning more?
Actually,
Right? You
one,
need that in place, right? Like we all need to have that in place. So, go
sorry,
ahead, Mark.
there was one sentence that somebody had said to me, and I thought, well, that makes sense. I don't know why I hadn't thought of this before, but when you get to a certain point, if you say to the person, I would love to coach you, or I'd love to be your coach. That's it. I didn't even, I thought that's easy. I would love to be your coach, or I would love to coach you. Like once you get to a certain point, and then hear what they have to say after that.
Right.
That sounds really good.
Couldn't we just send them that video of what it's like to be a challenger and going through like that? That's in our emails every week, the challenge, the client video or challenger, but you know what I'm talking about?
I don't have a challenger. I make
Or
a
not challenger, but the
video every month.
like
the website with the Fit Club videos.
Yeah, is like that,
Yeah.
and then.
But that's more for someone who's already signed up, right?
Oh, okay.
Steps on like, what app do I need to get now that I've signed up, and how do I log in, and what nutrition plan am I choosing, and how do I manage my membership, and
Okay.
so that one's there for like once your clients are already clients. I
forgot about that.
Every month.
Okay.
That just explains. So my one that I shared it in the group. It's a little bit longer this month because I do talk about finishing 80-day obsession and doing the ultimate reset and then going into the new program. So the video itself is a little bit longer than I wanted it to be. It's 11 minutes, and I usually like them to be about like 7. But that's what. So when someone says, and I say to them, "Are you open to learning more about?" So my conversation would look very much like, we have a new program that's launching. I just finished up my program, and I'm going to do some yoga and focus on my nutrition over the next few weeks until we start the new program. Would you be open to learning more about the new program launch? And then they say, sure. And then I would say, amazing. I have a video, like a short video that goes over all of the information. Can I send it your way? It will take you about, and I let them know how long. And then this one, I would say, take you about 11 minutes to get through it. And they always say yes. They always say yes. There's very few times that I've had someone say no to watching the video. And then I send them the video, and then I say, I'll give you a couple days and please shoot me all of your questions. And then I follow up 2 days later and say, unless they've replied, did you have a chance to watch it? And what are your questions so far? Right? And then the conversation, it flows really easily from there. Right? So you have to have something ready to go when someone says, yeah, I'm interested. I used to have like those snippets on my phone, conversation message number 1, message number 2, message number 3, saved on my phone. So I literally would just copy and paste it, right? But now I find for me, the video works better than the copy paste messages. And I think that's because my people don't read, like I don't read, right? So
which video are you talking about?
My video? I did like a Fit Club video. I put it in the group. I can send it to you. Like,
sorry, I thought you were meaning when you're saying we have a new program launching, would you be open to hearing about it? And then they say, yeah, sure. I thought that you would put in the 9-week control freak intro video that Autumn does.
You could send them that. I did my own though. I always do my own.
Okay.
You can send them that, like the one. the one, this is mine, the one that, so like I actually have a video that I make, and it's got, I actually put Control Freak in it. So I show them BOD in it because I did it as a Zoom call. So I show them Beachbody On Demand in there. And then I did do some of the 9-week Control Freak video in there. So I did show it. But it's very personalized to me and my journey.
Can you repost that just for maybe a template, Tamara, please? Or is it in the, can we find it in WhatsApp?
You can, but I can do it right now. Give me one sec. So keep going, keep thinking about the questions, like what sort of things come up for you?
Well, I would ask them how they're like, because I guess here in BC or wherever anybody is, or even Sarah, the gyms are still real funky here, either half closed or group classes are closed, and it doesn't look like it's going to open anytime soon. So, you know, at this point, we could add something to that effect about the fact that we don't have gyms to go to. So we could be a bridge. That's what I've said to some people, between, you know, now and, you know, their January commitments to their health and when they can get back to their gym. And hopefully they would, of course, want to stay with us, but, you know, we don't want to look like we're, you know, insisting that they do. If they love their spin class or they love their hot yoga or they love whatever, then, you know, they can stay with us for a while.
Yeah, for sure. That's a great spin on it too. So what else? What else comes to mind when you go to hit the post button or the send an invite button, or why you don't send an invite button? What other things come to mind?
I'll talk again. Maybe I'm speaking just for me, but sometimes when I'll ask this person, and then I'll ask this person, and then I'll ask this person. And in my head, I think, oh my God, I've sent so many, I've vomited all over everybody, but you haven't, because you're sending it to separate people. But it feels like you've sent it to, I don't know, like you're saying, like you're throwing up on people, but you're not. If you keep it short and sweet with your invite, but they're going to different people, all those people are not talking to each other. So it might feel like you're getting nowhere, or you're asking too many people or something. I don't know. It's weird, but sometimes when would you like to join us? Would you like to join us? Would you like to join us? Or whatever I'm saying, and I'm saying it to 20 different people, but I'm like, oh, okay, I've said too much. But all those people are only saying, would you like to join us? They don't know each other.
Right.
It's hard to explain. I feel like I'm saying too much.
Word vomit, having proper wording. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Less is more. And I like some of the people's, like Tamara, you've got like less words. As you said, people don't read a lot of words. So if we could figure out what we're going to say in 10 words or less, and just keep a conversation going like that, I think people just say they don't have time or they're too busy or whatever. So keeping it simple, I guess.
Right. So when you do you ever go into a conversation with thinking someone is going to reply with, oh, I don't have time, or, oh, I don't have the money, that's too much money, or, right? So
actually, speaking of the money thing, sorry, yesterday I had a customer who she really wants, actually it's not my customer, somebody else's customer, and she really wants the 9-week Control Freak, but she sort of was a little ticked because, for one, it's not available to customers until December, and for two, she said, so I have to pay top dollar to get it, and I have to wait till December 21st and all that stuff. And all of a sudden this came to me, And so I sent it back and I said, the way I evaluate my expenditures for fitness is I look at what I was spending or what I do continue to spend once the pandemic is over on outside fitness, which I love oxygen yoga, and a 20 punch pass to oxygen yoga is $249. So I evaluate what I'm going to purchase from Beachbody on what I would be spending somewhere else and the value I get. I said, you're spending 89 or 100 or whatever it's going to be for customers for the track and the ball and the course itself or the program itself, which will last you for 9 weeks. Plus you'll have that equipment forever. So in comparison to oxygen yoga, that's $15 a session, $10 to $15 a session. And, there's you have to get there and all that wonderful stuff. But that's how I compare. And when I said that, she kind of, oh, right, of course. So when you take what we have and compare it to what else you do besides like Zumba classes, and they're not, they're not cheap. They're not, it's not that they're expensive, but it depends on how you evaluate your fitness dollar.
Yeah, that's a really good point to when people have the money thing, right? So true. Any other thoughts that come to mind?
I had one, but Margot talked and now I forgot. Just kidding, Margot.
Speaking of which, I don't know who was on, but Maxine and I did a Zoom on the little group that we have going, and Maxine was amazing. We struggled on Wednesday, but Thursday was our day, and Max was like it was so relaxed, and a lot of people got a lot of benefit from it. I've heard a lot of great feedback and comments, so way to go, Max.
Thanks, Margot. Yeah, it was fun. My favorite subjects. I do have a question. Mm-hmm. I'll work on my question in my head and then I'll get back to you. But Angie wrote something in the comments, and I agree with her. It's just figuring out how. I like what you said, Tamara, when you said, I'm just finished up my program. We just launched a new one. Would you be open? I like that. Seems like a pretty simple kind of words you can just throw out there. But I had another one. I'll think about it. I'm muting myself while I think, because I don't want you to get bothered by my noise in my head.
All good. It's all good. So for those of you that are just hopping on, we're just going over like things that get in our way for when we go to do a post, or like thoughts that pop up when we go to send an invite message or things like that. And because I'm going to host the team call on Wednesday, and I want to go over this.
Okay, I did think of something.
Go.
So, like we talk about the value of like our Beachbody On Demand versus all like what Margot was talking about, all the other stuff that's out there. But what I feel like it stumbles me is the fact that because we have obviously challenge packs, so we want to get people started. And I feel that's the challenge is like, well, if we're trying to compare what you can do outside to what we do in BOD, why do we need to get Shakeology? Do you know what I mean? Like, pardon?
Like you're asking why, or you're that?
Well, no, I mean, I know why, but if you're using the comparison of what it would cost to go to the gym, and we're trying to show them here's an option at home for a fraction of the cost. How do you make that suddenly turn into, well, they need a challenge pack to make that happen? So opposed to just selling them BOD.
I always say that the challenge pack is a free bag of chicken. That's how I word it, because I honestly believe the value of a challenge pack is insane. When you look at how much you would pay for a gym membership alone, and you have all of that, plus you get some equipment, and it's like having personal trainers with workout calendars. Like, I don't have to think about it. And that's one of the things I was saying to Clarissa. Like, I didn't have to think about a program for 80 days. Like, I just went downstairs and pushed play. I did not have to, like, oh, what am I going to do at the gym today? Right? Or is this class running? Or, oh, should I do the treadmill? Or should I do the elliptical? Or should I climb the stairs? Like, I didn't have to do any of that for 80 days. And so just the value of that alone is, for me, like the $160.
Okay, can I add?
Yeah, just let me finish. So then,
Okay, and then I'll go.
yeah, then you're giving them a chance to improve their nutrition with the nutrition plans and the Shakeology combination, because a gym doesn't provide you with nutrition. A gym only provides you with a place to work out, right? So that's kind of how I spin it.
Okay.
So,
Okay, that's exactly what I was gonna touch, Max. Like, we were Good Life Fitness instructors, and me as an instructor, or before becoming an instructor, I had no control of my nutrition. I thought like eating a bag of almonds was fine because it's healthy, or the avocados, 2 avocados. Or so like I remember going to Good Life and like taking 2-3 classes and not knowing what my nutrition should be. And Shakeology is the only thing that doesn't make me starving. It's funny, if I miss my Shakeology in the morning, or before, I used to do afternoon because that's when I had my cravings. And then when I started, I had my chocolate one. But now my mornings, sometimes I forget because I'm like, oh, I'm just going to have my brunch and I'm going to have my pre-workout and everything. And I forget for some reason. And that there was one day I had like an appointment with the dentist. It was at 11. So it didn't really work to have my Shakeology that morning. I was starving the whole day. And that from someone that struggled with nutrition so much, eating disorders and everything, like throughout my life, I say Shakeology is freaking like, people say, oh, it's expensive. Like, I used to buy Starbucks coffee and breakfast in the morning every day. So it's way cheaper than buying my egg whites and my coffee and this and that, or Tim Hortons. Plus, I'm in the best shape of my life. I just started having definition in my body after drinking Shakeology back in 2015, because I never really seen anything. So I think, and then totally spin like Tamara said, that it's included in the package. So it's like you get to try this for 1 month. And of course, you're going to talk to someone that actually wants to lose weight. And if someone that doesn't want to lose weight, then I'll just offer the pre and post. But that's my spin. I was teaching a lot of classes and I was still not losing weight. And I was like, when I see my pictures from teaching Zumba and now, and I was like, holy, yeah, that was like love handles everywhere.
I still would offer them Shakeology over pre and post. I think there's very few people that need post workout. To be honest, I don't think it's something that the majority of people actually need. Energize for sure. Post workout is a bonus, and it's a good quality one for sure, 100%. But I still feel like people need Shakeology to get their. You want your body as close to a homeostatic state as you possibly can, and Shakeology gives your body that chance.
Yeah, I would agree in the sense that most of our bodies need it. I wouldn't even, for me personally, think that it's a weight loss tool. I think it's a get your gut in check tool.
Mm-hmm.
And if
and you give your spin too, yeah, because whatever how you feel about it, right? For me, it's like starvation. Yeah. I'm starving if I don't drink my Shakeology in the morning.
I love listening to and this is in the course that Max and I are taking with Lauren Fitzgerald. I love listening to her say when people start Shakeology, she loves it when they message her, hey, I can't drink this. I have massive diarrhea, or I have blah, blah, blah. Or it's told, and that she's like, yeah, because your gut is so messed up that now we're getting it back to normal, a healthy state. And I was like, oh, my mom should actually stick with it then.
Yeah, that was our first experience. Tamara's mom.
Right? My mom is the classic, you can't teach old dogs new tricks.
Hey, Tamara, I lost 1 inches on my hips.
Yay!
I just
Awesome.
measured this morning.
Yay! Good job, Rico. That's
Yeah.
awesome. You must
Hi,
be feeling-
everybody.
Rico's first
I'm-
hangout. Woo!
So I'm trying to also lose inches on my waist. It's hard, I think. Right?
Depends.
And the share a card, I sent it to her, but she didn't reply or anything.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's Sunday. Does she have family?
Yeah, she has a lot of kids.
Yeah. So here's the thing, and I'm going to talk about this one on the call on Wednesday, is whatever energy or thought we bring to the conversation, it kind of taints it. So I always say when someone doesn't reply to a message, chances are they read it and life happened, right? A kid needed something, or they had to run out quickly and get groceries, or laundry had to be done, and it wasn't intentional that they didn't reply. It was just a matter of life. I know that in Facebook Messenger, I can mark a message unread, but I bet you the vast majority of people that just use social media like to send a message here and there or to don't know that. So they're going to read a message and miss it because it's totally unintentional. And so I would always come to a conversation with that in mind if someone hasn't replied. It's not that they're ignoring you. It's not that they don't want the value. I'm not going to be breathing down their neck and messaging them every day. Someone who I have sent the registration link to on a Saturday, I would probably follow up on a Sunday evening and say, I sent you the registration link. As you're going through it, I always let them know, like, you'll see the subscriptions on there. You don't have to keep them. It's all managed online once we have confirmation of shipping. And let me know if you have any questions as you're going through it. I always send them a voice message saying those things. And then if I still haven't seen them sign up or say anything 2 days later, then I follow up like every 2 days and see what's going on. But sometimes life just happens and bites people in the ass. And I know it's happened to me before. So always go into that conversation or that message with the energy of like, not that they don't want to join, but just that life happened, right? And be like, oh my gosh, I've read so many messages in my life and forgotten to reply. And then I feel so awful after. And that ends up sometimes being the case why they don't reply, is because then they feel bad that they didn't reply, right? So that's just how our brains work sometimes.
I just assumed that, like, because she's been asking how much it was. Mm-hmm. So I'm assuming, I start to assume, like, if she can afford it or not. So that's what I was. I know I shouldn't.
Like, don't bring that energy to the conversation. She's interested. People aren't going to buy something if they don't understand the value of it. She might not understand the value of it. If she comes back and says, oh, that's too much money, get her set up with a 14-day free trial where she can try the workouts, right? And be like, okay, so I understand that you might not know the full value of what we have to offer. How about we get you set up with a free 14-day trial so you can try some of the workouts, and then we go from that. Yeah, like Sergeline says, constantly keeping in contact every few days, but just not being pushy, for sure. Right?
Would you put people in the bod group with your 14-day free trial?
I would. Honestly, if people want to be in the bod group, like, I just don't overthink that. I don't even know.
Sorry, say again?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just so they get a chance of seeing the full picture.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't think it does any harm. So I think if someone is always posting, I noticed, Max, in one of your bod groups, you have a lady that is always posting a non-Beachbody workout. Do you know who I'm talking about? Max, are you there?
Yes, her name is Carolyn. She goes to F45.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just for her. Like she likes the Beachbody workouts, but her mental health depends on getting out of the house. Actually, no, she's not getting. Yeah, she is getting out of the house because F45 is allowing just strength training workouts. They're not doing their HIIT stuff, and her mental health really depends on getting out of her workspace and her home. So she does go out, but I have to say she's referred two people to me.
Awesome.
So she actually is probably one of my biggest, even though she doesn't necessarily do all the Beachbody workouts, she's probably one of the biggest supporters of me.
That's amazing.
That's
Yeah.
so awesome.
So
someone from like if they're doing other things. Like I always said to people, post your Zumba. Like I don't care. Post your.
Yeah, well, that's what I want to say. People just get, because the more people that just post stuff, it just shows the community, and that's what I'm trying to build, right? Just that community that we're there regardless of what you're doing. If you're going out for a walk, or you feel like somebody cares and cares that you went out for a walk today, or you cares that you did whatever.
There are quite a few of us on right now, so I know Max and Margo are working out at 10 and MJ. So can we get a quick picture before they have to sign off?
As long as I can get good lighting.
You have to be put your phone towards the window. Oh. There you go. Look at that. Oh, there's Jasmine. Oh, Sarah's back. Okay, I think I got everybody that wants to be off. Any other thoughts, like questions, things that come up as you're doing that? This is awesome because it's giving me some really good talking points.
I think we went through that, but like there's so many packages that the prices are different. And I think Tamara, you just mentioned that you'd prefer to send the challenge packs instead because of the value. But can I just do it like if they're just interested in the body on demand, or like?
You can do whatever you choose to. It's your business, right?
Yeah.
So you're still going to make commission off Beachbody on Demand, but you don't get Success Club points from it.
Okay.
I always go into it with a challenge pack. There's very few people. I think in the last year, I've had 4 people sign up with just Beachbody on Demand. And I'm
or Shakeology or something.
Yeah, I'm not going to force a challenge pack on someone, but I do explain to them that it's the best value, and everyone deserves to have the best value, and everyone deserves the chance to work on their nutrition in combination with their fitness. If people are really adamant against it, I'm like, okay, really, there's that $40 difference.
So it's like nutrition only too, right? So
yeah, they get that for 30 days to try. So there's just so much value in the challenge pack that doesn't come the same way as Beachbody on Demand. Plus they can get some equipment as well for a little bit more. So you just have to I think that's where you determine for your business. I run my business with getting people started with challenge packs. And I do that because of the incredible value of a challenge pack. And so that's kind of my standard. Get signed up with a challenge pack. I'm not going to force you to drink Shakeology. I talk about Shakeology. I talk about the value of it in the group. I do a What's in Your Shake Wednesday every day, and I go over an ingredient a week that's in our Shakeology, right? So that people understand what they're getting. I have a lady who is a doTERRA is her jam, that's what she does. And so when she signed up, she only signed up with Beachbody on Demand, but now she wants to, and she drinks USANA shakes, which are really good. It's good quality stuff, but because of my What's in Your Shake Wednesday is switching to Shakeology because they don't realize what's in it. It's insane. So yeah,
another
our boundaries.
Sorry, just to add to the value of the challenge pack over Beachbody On Demand. I had one of my coaches, and she said, I have a woman, she wants to just get Beachbody On Demand. She loves the group. She has equipment. She doesn't want the challenge pack and all that stuff. And when I talked to her and I said, does she have more people in her family? Does she have a husband or kids? If there's more than just one person in the family and you don't want the smoothie, the Shakeology, let your husband drink it, let your kids drink it. Like, there's other people in the family. Or if you want the Energize and the Performance Stack, let your kids drink the Energize. If you don't want to drink the Energize, let them use the workouts. So basically one challenge pack can give however many people are, the whole house can be working out and eating and drinking that. So it's way better value than just getting the workouts. And the equipment, like some people said, they already have bands or whatever. Those bands break, like they break. So I'm trying to promote the 9-week Control Freak right now, but if people don't want to do that, then I'm saying 80-day Obsession, just because it has bands, it has sliders, it has more stuff in it than the other kits. And those bands, as I say, they break, so you might as well have extra if you've already got them. And one other point I had to make, I've had a couple people who say they don't like the Shakeology. They've tried it, they don't like it. Where can they want to sell it? Blah, blah, blah. And I send them the recipes. Did you make the chocolate peanut butter protein balls? Did you make the vanilla coconut protein bars? Did you make and they go, oh, no, I didn't even know we could do that. And now they're all keeping their Shakeology and making the bars and making the protein balls. So do remember that you can make things with this besides the smoothie if people don't want to have the shake. So there you go.
That's what Sarah Batiste does when she talks about it. She talks about her veggie protein. And she says you can make shakes, cookies, bars, balls, like in her thing with it. And she said she gets way fewer questions now that she spins it that way than she did when she talked about her veggie shake. So
we had another question. When you sign up as a coach or a customer, the challenge pack's the same price? Yeah. Okay.
The only difference is for a coach, if you add something on, like Energize, you already get the discount on it.
Okay.
Okay, but the actual pack that you pick is the exact same price for coaches.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else?
Yeah, I think just a quick question. When signing up people specifically for a 9-week Control Freak, as far as timing, because they can't sign up before the 21st, right?
Well, they can. I just get them signed up as coaches, and then I tell them to cancel.
Oh, I see. Right. Okay.
Because then they don't. I did that with both MBF and with Morning Meltdown 100. And some people stayed as coach for several months and ordered Shakeology on the discount. So I just get them to sign up as a coach, and then I just say, like, there's no penalty to canceling to customer. You'll still have your Beachbody On Demand access. You still have me as your coach. We're just getting you signed up early so that you can get your equipment so you can start it earlier.
Okay. How soon, if they want to cancel, how soon can they do that? As a coach?
Someone do it almost like, I think as soon as they got their package.
Okay.
Yeah, as soon as the package came in the mail. She was already a client. She wanted to do MBF. She signed up as a coach, and then I'm pretty sure as soon as she got her package, she canceled the coaching.
Okay. And another question. So now with the nutrition programs included, there is the free month of Fixate and I think the other one. Yeah. And then, so that also turns into monthly membership, yep. Right? So if someone doesn't want to continue with that, they would need to cancel out of that as well, right?
Yeah, so I go over the 3, it used to be 2 that I talked about, and I send them voice messages, and I'm like, you're going to see, the subscription for Beachbody On Demand in 1 year's time, the Shakeology in 1 month's time. You're also going to see this Nutrition Plus membership. And I say this is relatively new to Beachbody, and this is our nutrition area where we have coaching and recipes and things like that. And if it's something that you'll use, you can keep the membership for $20 a month after the first 30 days. And if not, you just go into your account and hit cancel. And that one actually is like literally just a button that says cancel membership.
Okay.
So it's super easy. They don't have to talk to anybody. They don't have to do anything with it. It's literally just a button. Whereas Shakeology, they still have to have like a chat to, if they want to cancel. Did that help, Renata?
Yes, thank you.
I even find though with the Shakeology, they've made it super easy too. You can chat, but you can just chat online. You just text and with somebody and just say, I don't want it anymore. And it's super easy now. I love that.
The other thing with Shakeology that I've noticed is that you can push the order out 30 days, and then you can push it out another 30 days, and then you can push it out another 30 days. So you can keep doing that. So technically you're still on HD, which means you get the shipping discount without having to fully cancel the membership. You just have to put like an alarm in your phone if you don't want it to push it out those 30 days, right? So I thought that was really cool because I was doing that for one of our friends who's going to sign back up in January. I've been ordering Shakeology for her on my account, and I just had to push it out 30 days each time per order. So it was really cool.
And actually, that's a really good point, Tamara, because I actually had a new customer last month or this month, and she's only, they only really get like 2 weeks of it by the time they really get their order in, and then it comes again. So I said my recommendation would be to postpone your order, not cancel it directly or right away, and just postpone it for 2-3 weeks, and just so you've had a full month on it and make a decision. And rather than go, no, I don't want this, I felt like it makes way more sense just to postpone it. So because once they're off, they're likely not going to click back on. So you want them to have that full 4 weeks of trying it, or 3 weeks, so they have a time for it to arrive for their next order and they're not out. But that's what I did last night with somebody.
Yeah, great.
And then I can have the conversation about them going to the discounted coach after they feel like they do want to order another bag, then we can switch them over.
Yeah.
I had a question regarding shipping. It took me a month to get my challenge pack. How long does it take now? Is it going to be okay?
It's 10 to 14 days would be that's normal in Canada. There was, because of COVID, there were huge shipping delays, but then they got caught up, and then they had a third party carrier that had the delays. So it wasn't actually Beachbody that was having the delays, it was the third party that was having the delays.
So the next time I order, will it go back to 10 days or it's going to be longer?
No.
10 days?
Yeah, they sorted it out. So
thank you.
You're welcome. Well, ladies, I think that's it for this morning. So have a wonderful rest of your Sunday, and I will have the email and recording up soon. I did put my video in the freshman free to be, so if you want to have a look at it, it's there. And yeah, good luck this week. Enjoy the holiday festivities and all the spirit that comes along with that, right? And then we will chat soon. Bye.